Hello everybody and welcome to another Monday. This one, the 2nd of May 2022, with me, Dakian. And of course I'm here to ramble about miniatures. And you're looking at a bunch of Reaper Bones from the Bones 5 Kickstarter. We have the 8 Henchmen, which were a separate add-on, an option. And in the back we have 2 sea creatures from the Darker Depths expansion. Well, actually only Nessie here is from that expansion. This was also an option, the Gorloth. Again, the bright daylight is washing out the colors and making them look very similar here. They will look more different in the light box later on. But anyway, I'm pleased with the progress of 10 miniatures finished. And like I mentioned, there will be still pics at the end to show them in more detail. So for now, let's move on to the works in progress. And here we have a lot of recently started and previously unfinished stuff. Though actually, I would consider this base for the Fathom Tyrant to be complete. I've finished it. And the actual Tyrant itself, though, is still in very early stages. And the Sea Giant has not had a lot more work done, just a few more rough undercoats. Whereas all these ladies have also been started, a bit more than last time. You have the one with the pushcart, the henchmen, women in the background. You have the hassle-free ladies in the front, and this not a lady character who is a bit special. Let's see if he's in focus. About there, I think. You see, he's got a bit more of a Renaissance look going on. This is intended to be my player character in a game of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition that a friend of mine is running. I've made a character whose name is Casper Merkel, and I made this figure from a Kickstarter I backed a while back, which was for modular characters of this type. So the arms, the head, the leg portion, and the chest are all separate pieces that I've picked out from this collection, from this set of pieces, and put together this guy who, and the reason he looks the way he does is that the character is using a mace and a buckler and wearing very light leather or padded armor. So I thought, this was the closest representation I could get. So he's a lefty apparently. I hadn't really thought about that when making the character, but there were only left arms with maces in this kit. So now he's a lefty. Now this guy, you will not see in my statistics, because when I have these modular kits that I use to cobble together figures, I have not counted those in my purchases because they're not, I don't see them as actual models, they're just potential models, potential figures to paint. And thus I'm not going to count him in my painted stats either. He's going to be sort of off the books, as it were. Just in case somebody is keeping track of my numbers and wondering why it doesn't add up next week. Yeah, anyway. The bad news is that the painting evening at the game store tonight has been cancelled, so I can't go there with these ladies and Casper here, as I was planning. I'm going to have to try to stay home and try to maintain painting discipline despite being at home and there being so many distractions. And wish me luck. I will probably not get as much painted as I would have. But I'm still gonna attempt to make a dent in this collection of stuff by next Monday. And oh yes, I've started to prep a couple of other figures. Let's show you those. So here's a couple of guys I haven't gotten around to priming yet, but I can show you what they look like fully assembled and on their plate stands. I haven't glued them into the stands because, well, I don't think I ever will, because I need to be able to take them apart. This one was relatively simple. The only extra piece for this guy was the upper jaw. And you can see a little bit of gap filling going on here. However, with this sea dragon, let's see, all the flippers had to be glued in and the fit was absolutely atrocious. You can see lots and lots of gap filling has happened here. The lower jaw was also glued on, but that fit perfectly, so no problem there. It was just the flippers. But hopefully once they're primer and paint on, you won't notice the seams. And these probably will not be finished by next week, but some progress might be made. Hopefully. For new projects, I intend to keep working on the dark depths. Here you can see the box here, and I pulled out a larger baggie that contains some smaller baggies. And this one was actually sorted by Reaper to include the sort of evil humanoid undersea inhabitants. We've got some of what they call brine goblins, some Slithe, which are essentially Sawagin, and we have some Marrows, which are like aquatic ogres. And because some of these are medium-sized, humanoid-sized, I'm actually gonna bring those. I think next week to the painting evening at the game store. That's gonna be appropriate size to bring in my carrying case, while the bigger ones I'll have to paint at home. And there's, I think, 11 minis here, which is quite enough new projects to start. I definitely do not need to add more than that, with my small backlog still in place. So, looking forward to getting to grips with those. And actually, you can see a bunch of them here on these pictures. The brine goblins are the guys here at the bottom. The clam I already painted. Here's one of the Marrows. The shark I painted. This guy you saw just a minute ago in unpainted form. This one I've painted already. And this merfolk person here is yet to come. Stay tuned for that. What else they have? There's another mermaid. Here's the sea giant, and here is the eye tyrant, the undersea fathom tyrant, I believe it's called. That's all the pictures in the box. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me this entire episode. If it was any fun at all, give me a thumbs up, and then comment and subscribe. And above all, be back here next week. Same day of the week, same channel, same Doc Eon. Who for now is signing off.